Going to the 7,200-pound modified tractor class, we'll start things off with the American transfer out of Farmington, Minnesota, and the driver is Brett Berg. Driving the Rat Poison out of Northwood, Ohio, and the driver is Brian Diekman. And from Taylorsville, Illinois, driving the Predator, Doug Downs.
Out of Lowell, Ohio, driving the Wagon Master, here's Kathy Archer. From Litchfield, Kentucky, driving Kodiak, David Richardson. And from Tappahannock, Virginia, driving Running Bear, here's Randy Davis. All right.
From Mouston, Wisconsin, driving the Irish Challenger, Dave Walsh. And from Camden, Ohio, the Multi-Chaos, and the driver is Randy Petro. And from Coyman's Hollow, New York, driving the War Wagon, and the driver is Billy Beers.
From Bonnie, Illinois, the Martin Brothers tractor, here's Rodney Martin. From Lowell, Ohio, driving the Pioneer, here's Dave Archer. And from Leda, Manitoba, the Randy Canadian, Bill Lawrence.
Driving the River Rat out of Cambridge, Iowa, Wayne Longnecker. And from Akron, Ohio, the Dragon Lady with Dusty Arfons. And from Weldon, Illinois, driving the Dirt Slinger, Bill Leischner.
From Stonington, Illinois, driving another money pit, here's Steve Bollinger. And rounding out the class from Holland, Michigan, driving Bad Habit, here's Steve Klingenberg. Let's give our 7,200-pound modified drivers a nice round of applause. One Brett Bull Super Stock. Used to run around with Esden Lane and those guys out of Minnesota. And now he's into modified tractors on the starting line. All right, here we go. We're running Chevrolets, 3 blowing Chevys on board. 3 blowing Chevrolets all on board. He's our test puller. Here we go. Cover those ears, folks. Whoa. Differences here. A lot of times you don't always see this. Of course, the first 2 motors, they're bolted crank to crank. They're bolted crank to crank. They go back into one junction box. This engine is actually, the top engine's been turned in reverse so that the bell housing goes into another box so that all those gears go down to one linkage that goes back to the tractor, one shaft. And let's give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He made a good run. Sled might be a little heavy. We'll find out. Brett Berg, out of Minnesota.
193.80, 193.80 for Brett Berg. Brian Diekman up next out of Northwood, Ohio, driving the Rat Poison.
All right. Allison Aircraft Engines, V12, 6 cylinders on each side. And what it appears from here, it looks like the top motor is fuel injected. Both of them are fuel injected, I believe. Now, these were in the P-38s, the Lightnings, ladies and gentlemen. The aircraft engines, you could buy these babies after the war for somewhere around $200 a piece. Anybody that was anybody in powerboat racing as well as tractor pulling or thought they could use these engines, bought them up. Oh, man. That Allisons were cooking. Right there. Rat poison, folks. Brian Diekman. Good run.
3.67 for Brian Diekman. The most powerful sport on earth is brought to you by Zeneca Ag Products.
Whoa. Even. 205 even. All right, here's the wagon master. Kathy Archer. We have 2 ladies in the class. Here is our first lady of the evening. How about all you gals in the audience? Let's give her a nice round of applause driving one of these brutes. What do you say? Kathy Archer. And she comes to us out of Lowell, Ohio. And the wagon master on the starting line. Kathy Archer. Well, it sounds good. All those engines just right in time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Having trouble getting in gear, folks. Having trouble getting her to gear. Now these engines, if you're a drag racing fan and you've never been to a tractor pull, are very similar to what they use in the alcohol funny cars and the alcohol dragsters. All right, you let her come forward, see if they can get it back in gear. She'll go back in reverse, take it back to the line again. And they're not going to charge her for that, that's for sure. Kathy Archer. Lowell, Ohio. 3 blowing Chevrolet aluminum Donovans on board. All right, here we go. She's got her in gear now. Rock and roll. Here we come. Saturday, Friday night. Oh, bang. Folks, this is the mainstay of a blower motor. It's called the blower belt. She just chucked one. I'm holding 125 bucks in my hand right here for a blower belt. Now what this does, inside that supercharger there are rotors. As the engine turns, the blower belt turns those rotors. When she takes off down the track, she opens up the collectors on top of the supercharger. It starts drawing that air down inside, and it mixes with that fuel. That's what develops that super horsepower. But when one of these goes, that's the end of it. This is the lifeblood of a supercharged motor right here, the blower belt, believe it or not. If you don't have this, you don't have nothing. And $125 is nothing but a piece of souvenir now to anybody. Would anybody like this in the crowd? All right. You raised your hand first. There you go. Souvenir of the tractor pull. All right. Folks, let's give Kathy a nice round of applause. How about it? Kathy Archer. She gave it a good effort, folks. 182.49. 182.49. One-time trouble for Kodiak.
Let's walk down here.
So hopefully they're going to give him a couple of minutes and try to get things worked out. Okay, folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? David Richardson. All right. Frank, where are you, sir?
More pulling action.
All right, Randy Davis, running there. .68. 194.68. 194.68 for Randy Davis. All right, folks. The next tractor out is the Walsh Brothers. Now let's talk about the Walsh Brothers. For years, they were many-time national champions with the blower motors. They ran those strong Arius engines. Well, last year, they dared to be different. They decided to try the turbines. Well, at first, they were running out of fuel. They couldn't figure out what was going on. Sensors were shutting the engines off. Finally, they've got him ready. Now, he has developed into one good pulling tractor, I'll tell you. Now, he came out with one. He'll fire the other as you see him start turning it over now, the turbines. Now, these engines are not used in jets. They're basically used in like Bell helicopters and some other type of helicopters. These engines were used in Vietnam in some of those helicopters. And this is one powerful motor if you can get it going and keep them all together. Now I want you to listen to the wheel spin on these baby when he leaves the starting line. The wheel spin is unbelievable. You will hear it just thunder out of the gate. So let's see what happens now. David Walsh, Boston, Wisconsin, the Irish Challenger, on the line. All right, both turbines are running. Both are running now. The Walshes. Oh! Holy cow! The ceiling came falling down. All right. Folks, let's give Dave Walsh a nice round of applause, the Irish Challenger. He's trying to blow the top off Freedom Hall. No doubt about it. Good run. We hope everybody up in 201's okay. That one gentleman had to shake his pants legs, I know that. He's all right, though. It's okay, no problems. All right. 0.31, 229.31 puts him in the number 2 spot. 229 and 31 puts him number 2 on the line. Out of Ohio. Whoa! .93, 225 and 93.
Butch standing by with Mike Witt, who's been a part of some great motorsports events here in Freedom Hall. And how you doing tonight, Mike? Display reunion here in Freedom Hall. Let's go back to Butch Krieger. Nice to meet you again here, Mike.
All right, Billy Beers. Well, right there for Billy Beers. I knew that tractor looked familiar. That tractor came out of North Carolina. A long time ago, that tractor came out of North Carolina. A driver by the name of Paul Norman owned that tractor. Transmission, and that will not allow the engines to fire. Oh man. It's locked in transmission. Hey guys, this is Valentine's Day. Treat her nice. Come on. What can I say? Whoa. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa, right. Hello. Whoa. All right. I don't know what happened to the Martin brothers, but all of a sudden she just quit running on them. Tremendous wheel stand as they came out of the starting line. And I don't exactly know what happened to them, but that should pull a lot better than that, I'll tell you. Oh, my goodness. Somebody up there is really lonely, I want to tell you. There's no doubt about it. Somebody's really lonely.
Hey, that
Let's
distance
see.
on Billy Beers was 163.03, or excuse me, 167.03 for Billy Beers. The new mark is Rodney Martin. His distance is 181.87. 181.87.
Whoa. All right, here we go. The Archers out of Ohio. Number 2. Now, only 3 motors were running. The right front motor still has the header caps on it, so you can tell which 3 motors were running. So only 3 motors, 3 engines, I should say. We're so used to saying motors, but 3 engines, and sure enough, the Archers out of Ohio have made their assault here tonight in Louisville. 0.24. What the Randy Canadian means, but if you get to see Bill sometime, ask him, due to there's a lot of families in the audience. But anyway, you get a chance, you want to check it out. The Randy Canadian on the starting line right here. Bill Lawrence out of Manitoba. Whoa. A lot of smoke, a lot of tiles, all coming down here at Louisville.
We'll get the distance on the Randy Canadian here in just a moment, but
Ed Richardson, Litchfield, Kentucky. Here's the full distance for Bill Lawrence, 216 and 65. 216.65. 216 and 65. Well, folks, he had to get off of it, and the reason he had to get off of it was he was going out of bounds. There's no doubt about it. And let's give him a nice round of applause. Tough luck. They really struggled to get that tractor going. It was locked into gear. Sorry, David. David has a private joke with me. He tells me I'm bad luck for him all the time. 170.14. 170 and 14.
Butch, I've got another player for the Kentucky Soybean Association game, and who do we have here tonight?
J.W. Long.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Okay, here's your question. And study the advertisement, because if you answer it correctly, you're going to get a nice prize. Which soybean product could be substituted for petroleum diesel?
Biodiesel.
Biodiesel is correct. And you got yourself a t-shirt and a cap from the Kentucky Soybean Association. How do you like that?
Boy, that's fine.
Y'all have a farm?
Got a small one.
A small, how small is it?
75 acres.
75 acres? I only have a quarter acre, and I can't even seem to get that cut on time.
That's a good sized garden for us, isn't it?
Well, tough luck for the River Rat, Wayne Longnecker. I'll tell you what, I've seen that tractor pull a lot better than that before. Must have had some major problems on the tractor. Let's give Wayne a nice round of applause, all the way from Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. Sorry, 190.96. 190.96. All right. Well, we're starting to get down the field here. And up next will be Dusty Arfons. Anyway, this tractor has 3 turbines. A very small turbine powers the tractor out on the track. And then that small turbine will help fire the 2 turbines that are on the tractor. Now, Dusty likes to do a little fire and smoke show for you folks. So we want you to draw your attention to what we call the stacks at the front of the tractor as she gets ready to fire it up. She, like her father, is very, very capable of putting it in the sand, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, Dusty Arfons starts to fire the first engine, and it has come to life. You can hear the sound of that first engine. In just a minute, you're going to see the second one go. These babies put out some awesome horsepower. Now you hear the second one come up. There's the second engine as it comes up. Now, watch the fire. Rock, roll, rock, roll, rock and roll. Let's give her a nice round of applause, Louisville. What do you say? Dusty Arfons. All right, once again, listen for the tire spin as she leaves the starting line. Dusty Arfons. Yeah. They got it. Whoa. Let's go down my throat. Wow. Well, that's what you call a flame out. I thought I was going to be a human sacrifice for a minute. Wow, I had a piece of that metal went down my shirt. Yes, sirree. Whoa. But she's all right. Folks, let's give her a nice round of applause. How about it? Dusty Arfons. Tough luck tonight. That baby just came apart right there. No doubt about it. Nine, 202 and 99. I'm blowing Arius engines on board. 3 blown Arius on board. All right, good run for Leischner. He's going to shake the order up. I think so. We'll wait and see. Did he do it or not? The pull distance coming for Leischner.
And while we're waiting on the pull distance, we've got another contestant.
Your pull distance, 227.07. That puts him in third. 227.07. That puts him in the number 3 spot. 227.07. All right. Now, the last tractor in the class. The last tractor in the class. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 more. Steve Bollinger up now. Stonington, Illinois. Another money pit. And then the wild man, Steve Klingenberg. Steve Klingenberg, Holland, Michigan. Wild man. All right. Fuel injected twin Allisons. Another money pit. Look at the flames, folks. Just burning that alcohol off the top of those headers. Run a little bit lean right there. They'll fire the engines, rev them up. That'll take care of it right there. What a fire and smoke show. No doubt about it. Good run.
If your answer is correct, you're going to get a bright orange Marshall County colors, but it says Kentucky Soybean Association on it. Here it is. What soybean product do women use regularly?
I think that's cosmetics.
That is correct. That is correct. And thanks for playing the game, buying the program, and studying the ad, and you win a cap because of it all. And our thanks goes out to the Kentucky Soybean Association, putting up some great prizes for us today. Let's go back to Butch Krieger.
All right, thank you. Here's your pull distance for Steve Bollinger, 210.00. 210.00 for Bollinger right there. That's all right. All right, here we go now. Steve Klingenberg, Holland, Michigan. .83, 184.83 for Klingenberg, 184.83. Well, we make our way down to the trophy presentations. Frank, go ahead and give the top 4 through 10, if you would, please.
Okay, and before we do, we want to remind the folks that for years, Zeneca has shared a cooperative spirit with farmers, and that commitment is even stronger today. Dusty Arfon's at 9th, 8th place to Doug Downs, 7th to Steve Bollinger, 6th to Dave Archer, 5th place to Bill Lawrence, and 4th spot to Randy Petro. Let's go down to Butch Krieger. He's got our top finishers.
Thanks a lot, Frank. We appreciate it. Well, Brian, you laid a great run down tonight.
Yeah, it was picture perfect run. I never would have dreamed I could have done it here at Louisville.
You had a good summer, though.
Yeah, we got real lucky this summer. Unfortunately, we wrecked a tractor here last year and got last, and through the help of Bill Humphrey, the Connor Brothers, B&D Racing, the Dabrowskis, put together a heck of a tractor, and it paid off for tonight.
Well, congratulations. Anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank the Dabrowskis at B&D Racing. They gave us so much horsepower this summer, we didn't know what to do with it. Got to thank my parents especially for letting me sit on this thing and come here tonight.
That's good.
I guess got to thank my wife. Had some real rough luck this summer, and she pretty well convinced me to stay in it. And if I forgot anyone, I'm real sorry. And I got to thank Zeneca, too, for putting on this greatest show here in the nation.
All right, folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Brian Diekman, the winner here tonight. And representing Zeneca Ag Products, John Lutz, and Mr. Rick Waldman. He is also representing the Kentucky State Fair Board. All right. Okay, Dave Walsh, good run.
I felt good. It's the first time I ever ran the 2 motors, and I ran an exhibition run today to get the weight figured out, and it was a little bit heavy up front, but it felt good.
You made quite a transition going from Arius to turbine. Now, what do you like the best?
Well, right now I like turbines. You know, the Aries, they're good motors, but you know, there's a lot of maintenance on it, and I'm getting kind of old and can't handle that stuff anymore.
You're not that old. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I thank the polling fans coming out here, and thank Zeneca and all these guys, Pat, Crack Crew, and you announcers too.
Oh, thanks a lot. We appreciate that. I know Dad's real proud of you. He's sitting right up there, so
Yeah, he's here.
He's always here.
Yeah.
Folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about your second place man, David Walsh, out of Wisconsin. And once again, trophy presentation, John Lutz representing Zeneca Ag Products, and Mr. Rick Waldman representing the Kentucky State Fair Board. And who you got here?
This is Jed, Butch.
Hey, what's up there? Is he a future tractor puller?
He's a late second generation. This is my young son, and I think he likes this pulling.
All right, congratulations. Well, a little tough tonight, but tomorrow night you're going to do some different things, I bet.
Yeah, it's getting tougher down here at Louisville, isn't it, Butch?
I've always said you, along with Jerry Stewart, currently have the top triples in the country.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get these automotive motors ahead of these others come Saturday night.
Yeah, you got to go back and do just a little bit of homework.
Yeah, we'll put it in a little higher gear and try to tune it up a little.
Let's just make sure you don't have any problems like you did last year here at Louisville.
Yeah, we sure don't want to fall down and go to the hospital anymore.
That's right. Anybody you want to thank tonight, Bill?
I'd like to thank Tristler Seed, who sponsors me. Thank my family. I got a son that pulls Shannon. His twin is at home, Sean. Thank my wife and the pit crew. They do a lot of work up here. Especially want to thank the Owensboro boys and Kentucky Fair Association, especially Zeneca, of course, and the fans, the #1 fans, the best pull in the country right here, Butch.
All right, thank you. That's for you, fans. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Bill Leishner out of Weldon, Illinois. How about that? Good job. Yeah, we got more pictures to take, Bill. You're getting a little nervous there. Wow.